We're back again. We've got a few technical issues today.
That's because we're filming early, and I think it's because you're here, Glenn. Anyway, Gordo.
It's got to do. We've got like a $150 camera. We're in a park and we're held together with plastic.
Yeah, but anyway.
I thought in times of wars, trial was better than Pirapala.
Pirapala, yep, you said that. Pirapala, you don't like when it was hard to run throughout in trials to win trials. I don't like it either.
No. And this thing was just under a tight hold the whole way, and looked, if it could have extended, it could have beaten Pirapala easily. Yep. But that's not the one I'm actually going to put on top. I'm going to put an $18 shot on top, which is number 3, long time ago. It came second in a really quick 1,050 metre trial, which obviously I have a preference to first up. I love the over 1,000 metre trial. And that Vernier might be a fairly decent horse. They ran the 1,050 in 102.5, which is a pretty slick time. So at the $18, I'm having a throw at the stumps.
Fantastic. I was tipping number 2 in Times of War. I thought it'd get a nice run. I thought Bowman soon. And I found a little horse. I don't know what price it is, but outside the market. I was interested in Sparkle. I was interested as a young horse. I like how it's coming off the Fay and the Siles. And I thought the trials were okay. What price is Sparkle, Mark?
$7.
Oh, only $7, is it?
Yeah.
I thought it'd be long. I thought it'd be double figures.
I'll be against it because of 2 700 metre trials and with that stable.
Fair enough.
Them's fighting words. Of course, what did I wonder? Oh, yes. Was it down to running 1,300 last week in Times of War? Was that 1,300 at Warwick Farm that I think it was. That all those horses came out of? Anyway, it's an interesting runner, and I agree with most of what you guys say. And yes, I did too. Found a long time ago. I thought it was just a dense race, and I tell you what else. This is $67. Deanne Pena, McKellar's Love.
Okay. Wow. You only got to say Deanne Pena these days, and everyone gets excited. Now I was at this race at Gosford.
Yeah, you were tipping it.
Yeah. And
it was fence on fire, it was 3 deep throughout.
Didn't Gadfly come down the outside?
Gadfly sat outside the lead.
Yeah. It does look particularly poor
Storm
race.
Force
but it was $67, you know, it's got to be tipped. Because it did right well.
Yeah, we just mentioned it. You know, like,
there it is.
Oh, it's 15 sunflowers.
Race 4. Fillies and Mares, 1,200 metre race, and a deep race, but I suspect that Chris will only run one of these horses.
Which one are you on?
Maybe he'll run Overstep. Suzanne is $4.20 in favourite. Overstep $5. Clevedon Bay is $4.80. Maternal's $5. Bells of War is $10, and it's 20s bar. And we've lost Go Cup Bell, but there's still plenty of speed. We've got She Be Bossy with our leading girl on board. It'll be looking for the front. Overstep will be hard on the speed. Bells of War would like to be on the speed. Maternal will be close up. And Swing Sensation is a miler, but has a fresh record that indicates that it'll be ridden with urgency. So not breakneck, but just competitive. Nassac led all the way on debut and should be prominent.
Cleveland Bay had an awful case of the Betfairitis up there at Gosford that day. Unlayable it was, and just kept blowing and blowing and blowing. I thought he did a particularly good job that day against Choice we had.
It seems well found, but
I agree.
Yeah, it's got a wrap on. It's got a wrap on, and everyone saw it being dragged back to last.
Yep.
Like it was best to begin and drag back to last, but I think he actually managed to find rails in run there.
Yep.
Which helped it a lot, and may have been a touch flattered.
My tips this race, I'm going to tip Overstep from Cezanne. Now, you'd all think I'd be tipping Cezanne because I was tipping hot and cold for the Saturday race. I thought this was not as easy a race for it. I thought Overstep third up today, and I liked the run the other day to beat Cezanne, and I suppose Cleveland Bay keep an eye on it. But again, little Glenn Pollard tipping a lot of favourites here tomorrow, boys. Very uncomfortable.
God.
I
think that's a good thing. I love that. Because
Yeah,
I think you try so hard to find things out. Yeah. That when you do, it's actually a good sign. Yeah. No chance in the world. 11 Cezanne, I'm going to forgive. Obviously, that form race last time is starting to look a little bit icky, but it was the winner. I'd suggest if he's going to scratch one, it'd be Overstep, not Cezanne. He's booked Hugh Bowman, and it's got barrier 3, and they love inside barriers, that stable. So
there he is.
We'll see. But the other ones, I sort of had a
might be in the Ming Dynasty on Saturday. Can Phillies run in the Ming Dynasty? Maybe they can't. Maybe it might be the Furious on Saturday.
Well, if that's the case and it runs tomorrow, it's winning.
That's
Anyway.
got a great chance.
The other ones I had a look at were Maternal, Nazak and Fantasize. Fantasize sort of half had enough of this horse, but it did cop a heavy check last start, so it was a forgive run. Has done something previously. Nazak's done nothing wrong, 1 start for 1 win, reasonably dominant. And Maternal was quite strong through the line there at Beaumont last start, and it goes from Brock Ryan to James McDonald, which obviously is a massive jockey change. So,
I'd suggest it might have been strong through the line because it was chasing Eric Chung.
Yeah, and Eric Chung was 50 to 1 to get the photo and got the photo. Yeah. I thought actually the other way, I thought Maternal really dogged it.
No, I thought it was strong. Yeah, and
Okay,
stylish.
that's
Yeah.
the-
When there's a style of
controversy
stride that I
corner
really
here.
looked for, and it lengthened with its heads down. Might have given up the ghost the last 20, but it was strong last
Well,
100.
this is like this is probably Gord's go. This paying attention to these bits and bobs that I don't look at.
Give us your mark, your price, your tips, mate.
Rye went 11, 10, 7, 9.
You're with me on Overstep.
But the horse I wanted to back is Overstep. I thought it was a great run the other day. I mean, I've tipped Cezanne, and I feel tied to Cezanne because of the way we carried on. And generally, if you jump off, it's no good. Despite you better if you see a horse that's been scratched previously, you're better off just to stick with your previous assessment and don't go trying to get too cute and saying, well, I have information subsequently.
Well, I didn't get to Bathurst here yesterday, but I priced them in because I'm just trying to keep up with my work, and I put 1 to 2 against next to Embley and watched it go around 286 on the fair, and Greg sit last. I go, gee, I've done a good job not backing this, and it just pissed him. And I just go,
I had a very good result on Embley yesterday. I've got a little computer system that uses marks, pearls to determine things that are good in the country.
did it come out short?
It spat out 1 at Bathurst yesterday, which was Embley, and it got the chocolates for me
Like
at
I
a
said,
fantastic price.
I marked the 2, so 286 it was.
Bordeaux's Gold.
Bordeaux's Gold. Glenn's fucking got
Glenn's
an egg
misery.
on his. Yeah, Glenn's misery. There you go.
Glenn's gnashing of teeth.
Yeah, it just goes on, doesn't it? That's all right. I'm getting closer to ringing Mr. What's his name again? Get Stuart as well.
Look, I just want to mention, Bells of War is looking for a race, and it's not this one, but it's racing well. Gordo's mentioned Nassac went particularly well in its maiden win, and Sheeby Bossy is looking for a race probably at Kembla. It's not this one.
What a solid race it is, bud, isn't it? There's so many angles.
There's a lot of different angles. There's a bit of meat in the last.
And then we move on to the PB 1550, where Aurora Glow, who looked to have her chance last time, $3.60.
Terribly well found this race.
Yeah, $3.60 and backed up last time. $6 Our Ventura off a break. $6.50 Dragon Flyer. $12 Royal Jackpot Pianissimo. $13 Sniper Granite Belt. $15 Steaming.
Geez, it gets itself in the market a lot, this Dragon Flyer. It is 34 for 3.
Look,
Geez, and everything.
only thing I will say is last time it was here, $15.50 at Canterbury, it looked like a world beater.
Dean Pannier again.
And it just didn't. I think she'll be positive into the race. This horse hasn't been put into the race yet. I wouldn't back it. I'm just saying that my eyes brightened at the sight of it in a 1550 at Canterbury.
My tip in the race is going to be Royal Jackpot, 3rd up tomorrow, Saturday back. It came back really well above itself, but it looked in great order, and what that means, the horse is really in good nick, but had condition to lose. It improved 2nd up, even though it got beaten 4.5 lengths, improved in condition. Tomorrow, 3rd up, back to Canterbury, box 1. I really like this horse. It goes good at the distance. This thing, it ticks all boxes at $11 for me. To beat Granite Belt, I'm going to forgive off the real heavy there at Warwick Farm, and I just think on the drier surface tomorrow, this horse has got something to offer. And for 3rd, one of my old favourites, Sniper. I was a bit sick and tired of Aurora Glow, completely sick and tired of Dragonfly, and Alvin Sure I was concerned about the 7 weeks off.
Yeah, so what about the track condition for Royal Jackpot? Does he need it dry?
Yes, but
it's like it's sitting on the cusp, isn't it?
Yeah, it's $11, it's 3rd up. There's been a lot to, from a mounting hour perspective, been a lot to like about what it's done compared to how it's looked.
I've got to be against it, just its last 4 starts has come nowhere. But when you're getting out to 1550, that's not quite as important as
it hasn't really come nowhere.
Yeah.
I mean, last time it ran 8th.
This is also on
6th.
the cusp of Gordo's no bets, like the mile is like 1550 a mile.
1550, I get a little bit confused.
I mean, 5 starts ago it won the Ted Ryder Cup. You'd be surprised the Cox Plate doesn't come out of the Ted Ryder Cup at Wagga. So I don't worry, I don't know how it's done nothing, it's a horse. It was in the field of 13 and
look, it's $11, so I'm not knocking it.
It and Aurora Glow started the same price at Rose Hill.
There you go. What are you saying?
Yeah, but I'm for Granite Belt. We'll forgive the heavy
My
10 at
second
Warwick Farm. Back to Mark, Golden Switch, barrier 4 to barrier 12.
Yep, good switch there.
Lightly raced. Love McAvoy to Brenton of Dulla. Yeah,
Right back on the
and I
Thorn
think
Post.
it's at a decent price at the moment too.
$13.
Yeah, so that's my plan.
My suggestion is Pianissimo, who wasn't entitled to win at Kembla the other day. Vega just tailed up the race, and Pianissimo somehow picked itself up off its heels and came and grabbed the race, and it showed a determination that I think suggests that it's on a sharp improvement incline.
So what we're saying is a very thick little race, because none of us have mentioned any of the favourites.
Well, that's right, and you've got bits and bobs there.
I love when you say bits and bobs or bits and pieces, or
yeah. Well, you know, even
Bits and bobs.
even the two legless country diggers, you know, Lindwall and Spinning Gold, they're coming off something
you got bits and bobs.
into this, and even like the bottom one ran 200 to 1 in a 1900 here 2 starts back, and worked around them and somehow ran third, and then resumed and won at Goulburn at $16.
Marathon.
That's race 5. Race 6, we're back to the shorter course at 1200 metres, and the market sees a Rockefeller $4.40. Torpenhauer is actually shading it at $4.20. Top Me Up is $7. Choice We Had 10, Zanelsi 10. $14 Fabrizio, and $17 Manor. $21 Bar.
Two very nice horses here. Unfortunately, they're both favourites, but two nice horses.
Well, and it's a keen race as well, because Helensburgh Ham has to try and lead, and Fortune Patch probably has to try and lead, and Top Me Up's going to be underneath them, keeping them honest. Zinzan Elsie not far away, and I imagine Fabrizio gets ridden forward.
Yep.
So
it's game on. Torpenhouse slots in somewhere.
Yep.
5 lengths off him, tracking up, heads left.
It's your it was your horse of the autumn, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, he's a really nice
What happened
horse.
at Scone?
I think
Did
I
we
had
run
to,
first prep?
Yeah, well, you got it to evens, and Glenn Pollard unloaded at the evens. Yeah,
So what we really need is Mounting Yard Mail tomorrow saying, I'm not backing this.
Which might be coming shortly.
And might not. Yeah. My numbers here are Torpenhower clearly on top. Really, really nice horse. To beat 10 Rockefeller, he's ticked all boxes. He's a line chaser. I like the fact he's trialled since. I like how he's had the 5-week stuff. And clearly third pack, clearly see was for me. The horse that grabbed my eye, Gosford, was Choice We Had. When the gap came at Gosford, he went bang straight through it. It was, I think, Shinny's only ride of the day. Shinny's on him again tomorrow. Bit of an average race. Cleveland Bay would give you a bit of a lead up in that previous race. And Mr. Snowman third, but he ran third in that race. So it was a bit of a suspect race, but I like the horse seemed to win against the bias, against Betfair riders.
Gelded, wasn't it?
Might have been. I like what it did. So I had the 3 numbers. Torpenhower, Rockefeller, Choice We Had.
I had this down as a no-bet race, because the first time I actually looked at the fields I thought, oh my god, I'm going to find Torpenhower so strongly here, and then I watched the trials and they were rubbish. I reckon because they're actually resuming this thing on a Wednesday and not a Saturday, it's not going. So I'd suggest Torpenhower, and I'd say the mark.
Good, isn't he?
Yeah, you don't overthink things, do you?
No.
Okay.
Well, I'm pretty obvious. I say I don't like it or I do like it. It's, you know, it's quite simple. By the way, as I said, first impressions were I was definitely going to go for Torpenhower, and then after watching the trials, it just trialled like a busted. And I'd suggest last preparation they thought this thing was going to be listed or group horse, and they're resuming it on a Wednesday.
But hang on. It wouldn't have gone to Wyong for its second start if they really thought that. You know, you don't waste those runs back there. You know, might debut on a Saturday at Newcastle or Kembla.
But they didn't know that last prep. They started to think it towards the end of the last prep.
Okay.
Yeah, and so did Glenn.
G. Follett started.
Plus I got no shades here.
All right, so no bet from you.
Well, no, I'm interested in a couple of horses here, which is Stringberg and Rockefeller. I'm going to forgive Stringberg
for 67 failures in a row.
Yeah, I'm just going to go off, you know, 5 starts back when it beat Red Cell over 1100 metres at Rosehill. If you beat Red Cell over 1100 metres at Rosehill, you've got some sort of ability, and it was given none last start. So I'm going to go off its trial where it actually beat Prompt Response and Manaya.
We won't need to do this show soon. We've got to put Gord up himself.
Suit me.
We just need someone to do some captions for the distance races.
Yes.
And yeah, obviously the Cummings thing down the bottom there, Rockefeller, just you know, I'm nuts for Cummings giving him a trial after a short break. It just means there's intent involved.
Especially this nice horse. Oh, it's
It is a nice horse.
Did you see, like, Loverboy Charlie has a huge chink. We know that. But he had the best run of all time. And this horse just stretched his neck and went, I'm off here. He's done that both starts. This is a very nice horse.
No. It's a nice horse. I thought you were being facetious.
I'm not being facetious.
Did you think you were being facetious?
I didn't know Mark was that strong. That's got me really excited now.
It's a nice horse.
It's a nice horse.
Yeah.
What do you say from the yard?
Nice horse. What do you want me to say?
I don't know, a bit more detail.
Okay, so that's race 6. Race 7, the nightcap.
The nightcap. I started coming here for you to say the nightcap.
We'll have 14 to go round, I guess. There's 14 plus 2 here at the moment. And it's a wide open market. Typecast has somehow turned up at favourite $5.50. The horse we mentioned on the rant the other week, Sugar Bay Leonard is $6. Pound Sterling, the 3-year-old, is $7. Super Maxi 11, up from the Geelong Synthetic. Sorry, I should mention Volante at 9. Quantrill 15, heavily back the other day. 15 Worldly Impact, 17 I'm not sure. And $19 Ketchum, who needed 2 years off.
Ketchum reminds me of that joke last night. You ever seen it last night?
Ketchum?
Yeah, the Tarantino movie. What's it called?
Oh, Kill Bill or
Another good one.
yeah, Pulp Fiction.
Reservoir Dogs.
Pulp Fiction, yeah.
Oh, Reservoir Dogs is his best.
No, Pulp Fiction. But I know.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a.
he's
She
got a
said, what's the gorgeous girl that dances with?
Uma Thurman.
Uma Thurman
Yeah.
cracks a joke. Remember?
Yeah.
At the end to John Travolta and says.
It's been too built up now or something like that.
Yeah, that's what she says. And he goes, "Tell me anyway." The mama tomato, papa tomato, the little baby tomato, and the papa tomato, whatever, squashed the little bloke, and said, "Ketchup."
It's pretty solid.
No, I thought
it's something your grandfather would tell you.
It was
and
a pretty
I
funny
laughed at
joke.
grandfather's
So when I
jokes,
saw
yeah.
Ketchum, I only saw that movie last night, so I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Anyway, this is very urgent, this race, because Sweet Centre Deputy has to try and lead.
Yep.
Ketchum wants to try and lead the old
Ketchum.
horse, the old boy. Elite Hong Kong is a very fast horse. Super Maxi is going to be poking up there, being part of the action. And Sugar Bay Leonard has got a tongue tie on and is also possessed of good speed. Throw into Dash, and there's bits and bobs there everywhere.
Yeah. Looks immoral to me. Unbeatable.
Unbeatable.
I just have one question, and that
What is it?
what does the track need to get to for Sugar Bay Leonard to be a certainty?
Needs to get to dry, so therefore it's not a certainty.
No,
So Glenn's
What-
tipping something else.
say no, soft 5, not enough?
Oh,
That'd be-
gives it a chance,
Give it a chance.
but there's a moral in the race.
Okay. Well, I'll have to listen to you because I was a bit confused about this race.
Horse is absolutely flying, finds itself third up tomorrow, good to see the distance. I like the rider change from Collet to Anglin, maps perfectly, pace is on. It'll just round them up here going down the straight. Number 2, Quantrill. It's only $15 or $16 and I think it's a moral.
Oh, that's a great tip.
Thanks, mate.
Not a bad tip, although it just isn't a moral.
Yeah, it's not bad,
Yeah, so it wasn't in the right lane the other day, and there was good money for it. It is the right race for it tomorrow, but it's also a very deep race.
Great run first time too.
Gord's already mentioned Sugar Bay Leonard, who did it very tough in that race we've spoken about a lot tomorrow. Worldly Impact did something the other day.
Oh, yeah, it cost me a lot of money.
Quantrill had lifted its left leg and shit on
Pound Sterling, the
that
3-year-old,
horse.
is back to 1100.
Definitely ticks a few boxes.
On
that
top
horse.
with me there.
Ticks a few boxes.
And
like
Super Maxi, the despised Geelong synthetic form, I looked at it and I went, why would he bother bringing this here? And then I went, well, he eyeballed a thing of O'Shea's that was 280 against Gretna in Melbourne. He eyeballed it.
You've looked at a few things more deeply than me. I just saw Geelong 1,000 metre shit weight.
Well, that's
and
what I
shit
saw
race
to begin with.
Fucking cross.
Glenn, I've marked it $10. It is $11, right?
Quantrill. Beautiful. So you agree with Quantrill too.
Well, I've marked it 20s, but I give it a chance.
Got a good chance.
That's the Canterbury show.
It's exciting, isn't it? This Tuesday, I'm loving this. I'll be here more often.
Yeah, when there's not a Tuesday meeting. Exactly.
All right. See you guys. Good luck and good punting. See you on Friday for the preview. Make sure you win.
Thanks, Glenn. Thanks,
All right,
guys.
thanks, guys. Awesome.